Hello! Hi there! It's me, it's Dave. How's it going, my friends? God bless you. Thank you for finding some time to spend with me today for a very interesting look into some cut content for MK11. As you may be familiar, I have covered certain things that are cut concepts from the game, things that we never got, like concept arts that were unlockable, that were never unlocked in MK11. We took a look at those. We took a look at all of the combat cards you couldn't obtain. But there are some other areas of the game that we did not touch on that I have been doing more research into, because it recently came to my attention that there was an intention to include guilds within Mortal Kombat 11. So I was doing some searching for some pictures about silhouettes. Yes, silhouettes from MK11, and I came across this website, which is a third-party studio that NRS worked with in the development of Mortal Kombat 11. I think it's interesting to take a look at this early development work that was done for MK11 because it may give us some insight as to how MK1 was designed in turn. Sprung Studios has worked with NetherRealm for things like Injustice 2, Mortal Kombat 11. They've also worked on like other WB games like Hogwarts Legacy, and they specialize within the UI of different games. So with some early development artwork apparently included guilds. Very crazy. We are going to be taking a look at all of this stuff, beginning with this. It says here, the game Mortal Kombat is back and better than ever in MK11, the next evolution of this icon. They say all of these wonderful fluff phrases, don't they? But was MK11 better than MKX? Did it offer more game modes than MKX? At least MKX had Testromite. I remember pressing buttons rapidly in MKX. Where is that in MK11? Okay, anyways. The best-in-class cinematic story mode continues the epic... If I see these words in MK1 promotional material, I'm gonna be upset. Because I don't want just a cutscene game. Anyways, so this is really, like, what shocked me. Because here is early development wireframes, they call it, for the UI of MK11. Very intriguing, because what you can see here, very different from our regular menu, is that it says guild. Story, crypt, towers, a guild. This is under the campaign. So normally we have story... It says story, Towers of Time, Classic Towers, Crypt, and that says... What does it say? It doesn't say Conquest. It says K something. Okay, maybe it says campaign. I don't think it says campaign. If you're at your MK11 menu and you can remember what is the first word... Yeah, Conquest? Anyways, yeah. It says fight, learn, customize. That's swapped around, learn and customize. But we can see here that at some point in the development of MK11, they were thinking about having guilds, which is very exciting. I love this idea of you having a club with you and your buds. There would be a Jaded Bunny family for sure if there was a guild in MK11, one named as such. But yeah, really surprising here to see this, because UI development is going to come at a later stage in game concept. to begin with, you have to have a game in order to have a UI. So there would have been thoughts put into Crypt Towers Guild before giving this information to Sprung Studios to then develop wireframes from, right? Like, they didn't create this guild concept themselves. This was something that came from NRS. So NRS was toying with the idea of including guilds in MK11. Very cool. But some other things to grasp from this early development artwork is that there's a social button. Imagine if you could view your friends online in the game, so you could send them a request for a 1v1 or something, or a request to do a tag battle. That would be amazing, just to create a greater sense of community and multiplayer camaraderie. There's none of that in MK11. MK11 feels very much like a cold, isolated experience, except for the fight online menu. That one particular menu is your window into getting into a matchmaking for ranked, casual, rooms, King of the Hills. Yeah, I would have loved it if there was an ever-present feeling of a social connectivity. I really hope that they have that for MK1. But this is just like minor stuff for like the UI, not really like huge changes that we did not get. Like, it would have been cool if you could have your main character appearing on the menu, and it seems like you could also include your variation name. Yes, so mine would say Sub-Zero, I shoot cumsicles. I would have loved that if we could have had that degree of customizability even within the menu, right? Because imagine if you could see your preferred fighter every time you went into the game, logged into the game. That would be so cool. Also, they have here a more interactive approach with the menu, where you can see things like objectives, last played tower. I would have loved if there was more going on. And also here, news. Find Reptile's treasure. Guys, if you go looking for a reptile in the crypt, it would have been better if you just got the augments and got some souls that way. Like, you don't need to go look for him in the crypt. But yeah, wow, there was also idea of news. And that was a concept that we did see with MK11 that kind of fizzled out past 2021 early. Yes, because Crypt Event 60 was the last piece of news in the game. There was no news prior to that, even with holiday towers, things that you would expect. There was only news within the first year of the game. So yeah, I would really love it if there is more of this kind of interactivity in MK1. But we saw with the MK1 menu, like, what it's generally going to look like from the early stress test build. Looks more like an MK9 menu. I just hope that there's lots of options. Lots of options. Lots of game modes. Okay, so here they say progress through long-term experiences like story, crypt, living towers, guild once again. That would have been amazing. But that whole concept of living towers, that's basically copy paste from MKX, right? That's pretty much what they did there. So perhaps they were thinking of factions from MKX, not any like particular player-based guild that you could make with your friends, but something that's more along the line of like factions from MKX, where everyone joins one of 5 groups. But I love this idea. Very cool. So they say here, Sprung Studios worked closely with NetherRealm to investigate different ways to navigate the menu system. These wireframes are a small selection of options explored for the main menu. We were tasked with the challenge of surfacing new and important features to encourage investigation by players. Do you feel that's true about the menu of MK11? Very curious. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you for joining. Orvi, ZZ, Feather Guardian. Hello, I realize Melina's new mouth is similar to female vampires of the Blade movies. Oh, okay. And it might be a parasitic? Oh, very nice. Aquarius, a question. Will it be that just like in X after the release of MK1, will they release the pre-order skins for everyone? Well, they actually released those skins before the release of MK11, but let's hope that they do something similar with MK11 and MK1. Ragnar, Feather, hello, my friends. Yes, God bless you. Thank you for joining. All right, so here we've got the player module. So what they're calling the player module is what we know as the combat card. So the player module is an important area for players to see their progress and show off their level. LOL. Does anyone care about their level in MK? I'm level 500. I'm not sure how many people want to be level 500 as well, because I've run into so few of them. But yes, Sprung Studios put a lot of effort into ensuring that this module reflected the status of the player. This animation shows the series of 10 different frame types that would be associated with a player's progress. Our motions graphics team animated the transition between the frames in a style that reflects the energy and power of the MK universe. Why is that? Oh, it's hyperlinked. Okay, very curious. I was wondering why that one's just the only part that's bold. Okay, let's take a look at this player module difference. Okay, Andro. It also looks like the Crypt or MKX main menu, something as the combat card. We never got that. We also never got this combat icon of MKX. Sub-Zero? He's looking very MKX-y in this graphic. Oh, Combat League. Apprentice, Combatant. Okay, so they're showing us how the things animate. But I mean, like, do we ever see this in the game? Kind of, when you rank up in a match. But that animation looks so different from this one. There's like more fire effect. Also, things are like popping out. Also, the colors that they chose. This will always bother me. Apprentice looks like Master, looks like Elder God. There's no diff. Oh, there's little dots. Oh my god, there's 3 little dots. And the God is more red. It kind of looks orangey in MK11. But here it's more red. Oh, okay, so, wow, Combat League ranking ups would have been a little bit more interesting with this cut concept idea. But yeah, Combatant, Master, no, Warrior, Apprentice, Master, Elder God. They all look the same. They should have chose different colors. Okay, very interesting. Okay, gears and augments. This is insane. So I'm pretty sure these are the guys who created the first augment system. This is what I'm thinking. Like, how are they... I'm surprised. Okay, in Mortal Kombat 11, players can customize characters and equipment to get that extra boost required to finish opponents by using gear and augments. Sprung Studios took on the challenge of communicating this to players and created a robust and easily navigable system. LOL lies. LOL lies. That's why nobody knows about the augment system. This was not communicated to the player base, my friends. This did not work. As a result, this complex game design has become a place where all players can easily adjust and improve their items to give them no, it doesn't. To give them the edge they need in battle. I wish it did, but so many people don't seem to grasp the augment system. So yeah, I don't think that they accomplished their job with the great majority of people. If you're here, you're probably well familiarized with augments. Okay, so let's take a look at what they've got here. They have... Oh, we can actually make this one bigger. Okay, move list Scorpion Potato Slicer. I love that the variation name is appearing in the UI all the time, like even in the move list. In the main menu, that's really a nice touch of like personalization that I think that they missed out on with MK11. So here you're seeing lots of spears. How is a spear up back? How is the spear up back one? That's very confusing. Also, spear does not start up in 7 frames, so that's a lie. No way is it safe on block either. Not +7 on block. Okay, so this is really early development. They just made up numbers and threw them in there. Just to illustrate, I guess, what it looks like to be positive and minus. Unfortunately, all form of color has been stripped away from the move list that we do receive. In the current version of PS4 MK11, you don't get like green or red colors. That would actually be cool because then, you know, you could visually identify at a glance what is safe on block, what is not. That's cool. I mean, for people who are nerds for frame data. Also intriguing is the general layout. I'm pretty sure what we got with the final version was little numbers. Little tiny numbers. I hate them and their stupid tiny numbers. These numbers look bigger. I think they missed out. NRS. They should have taken this early idea. Okay, I like that they're also explaining things here. Startup indicates the amount of time. Blah, blah. That's probably just blah, blah text. Player is vulnerable to attacks. Okay. Timing preview. This is interesting. What does this mean, timing preview? I would have loved it if they had like a little GIF, GIF, of what the move looks like in its regular form and amplified form. I think that would have been cool. Or, as it says here, can delay execution. If there was some way of showing, you know, alternate ways of using the move, I think that would be really helpful for new players. Very interesting. Okay, so then the other side of this takes us to what I think would be your move list when viewed from Towers of Time. Also, this is giving very, like, MK1 vibes. All in the black and white. But I guess that's just the nature of the wireframe, like, markups that they're creating here. They've also listed Clone Toss and Ice Clone. Ice Burst. So surely these are not ideas that they're making up, if they are working so closely with NetherRealm. Did they think at one point of having an ice clone attack for Sub-Zero in MK11? This is really insane to ponder, but it seems like there were more special moves at one time for Sub-Zero in the development. Also curious here is that they show what augments are active. I'm confused by this. Is this something you would see only for a specific move? Would it show what augments are being applied to a move? How would that work? So I'm thinking that this was for the old this definitely was for the old augment system. It would make more sense to do it like this with the old augment system because things were very specific to gear pieces, things were very specific to certain moves not necessarily like all the moves, whereas everything is more non-specific with the new augment system. So I could see how maybe this would work with the old augment system, but this would have made such a huge improvement to the quality of life for anyone playing single player, anyone playing around with the augments. That would have been so cool. But yes, very nice. We can see their general idea here. I think it's better the way that they have it in concept. The numbers look bigger. Or maybe it's just because I'm at my laptop. Everything's just a little bit more clear. Very crazy. So yes, so really crazy that they kind of scrapped these ideas for MK11, because I think that they would have made such a huge improvement. Like the ability to customize your menu with your favorite character and variation name. That's already kind of a huge selling point for me. But guilds, if we had player individual created guilds that you could join, that would be amazing. Hopefully there's something like this in MK1. But yes, that's not it. We've also got here unused unlock animation. Our amazing motion graphics team took the visual aesthetic of sand and created a bold and rewarding unlock and reveal animation. Using key visual elements from the design, we created an animation that felt rewarding and impactful when revealing new consumables. I don't know why I'm doing that voice. It just seems very flowery that they are describing it as such. So this is what the potential unlock screen would have looked like. So they totally did use like MKX assets in the development of MK11. I mean, it makes sense. This is like MKX Sub-Zero skin. Imagine if you could get MKX Sub-Zero skin in MK11. That would have bin so cool. Also, this text, it looks ugly. Lin Kuei's Shozoku. But everything else pretty much looks the same. Yeah, let's try it again. Yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. Yeah, not much change there, but I was very surprised to learn this. This studio, Sprung Studios, they are responsible for designing all of the variation icons in the game, in addition to all of the modifier icons that you see in matches. What? So that was not developed at all by NetherRealm. NetherRealm said, we're going to contract you to develop a bunch of stupid unlockables. I can say that because I've collected 99.4% of them. But, yeah, I can't believe that NRS left this up to a third party to actually develop for the game. I mean, maybe this is justifiable. I would have expected more love and passion from the studio that is developing their baby, but I guess not. I don't know how to feel about it. So I guess this also explains why there is some disconnect between what you get as variation icons and what you get in MK11. Because sometimes the variation icons are way better than what you get in the game, because you can have classic MKX Melina lips as an icon. You can have the animalities as an icon. There's so many references and like hidden gems in the variation icons. I'm so surprised that NRS did not do it. But yeah, good job, Sprung Studios. I think that they did create an interesting art style, what with the different modifier icons for the game as well as the variation icons. Pretty cool. So they say here that they designed all of it. They designed all of it. These modifier icons are used to communicate all of the crazy game types that can be activated when fighting in the towers. So actually, I did some like research into what you're seeing on the screen here, and I'll make it bigger because I don't think you can. Okay, maybe that's too big. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so yes, these icons actually all appear in the game. So it seems like NRS just did not bother with any changes to what Sprung Studio suggested in terms of battle icons and variation icons, which is it's interesting. Also, like these things are found in the game, but I can't tell you what this means. What does magnet floor mean? I know there are like is that no jump? I'm trying to think. Also, I'm surprised that all of these different colored totem variations, like, what is this? I don't encounter this regularly in any towers. Like, I know there's blood totem, fire totem, freezy totem. Is there a shocking totem? Is there a dark totem where you get near it and makes it dark? I guess there is. I guess some of these things you experience in the gauntlet, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, really exciting, I think, to see exactly how this part of the game was developed, aka NRS was hands off and left it all up to these guys to do, which is surprising. I'm really surprised. So I'm looking forwards to Sprung Studios maybe providing more information about MK1 if they are listed as one of the contracted studios working on the game. We'll have to see the end credits to get the full details. But I'm taking a look here at the Hogwarts Legacy page that they have, and unfortunately, it's very generic. There's not a lot of information, but apparently they worked on the menu for Hogwarts Legacy, but no additional early development information has been posted on their website, and I'm guessing that's because Hogwarts Legacy is more recent, more new, so perhaps maybe in a couple years we'll find out about MK1. Very intriguing. But this is not the end, surprisingly enough. I wanted to do more research into this idea of the guilds, and I came across Danish Sayed. He used to work at NetherRealm. He was let go, or he left of his own accord. I guess he left of his own accord because he is working at Respawn, working on Star Wars, Star Trek, Star Battles, Star something, some game. Let's check it out. Respawn, Star Wars. Yes, they do the Star Wars game. Yes, so Danish has gone over there. He's now working on this. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. There we go. Yes, he's working on that game. But he did work on all of the NRS games prior. So there is a lot of interesting cut content that we can see here from Danish Sayed, including the stuff about guilds. So this looks pretty cool, right? I mean, is that from the story? Is that supposed to be an advertisement? I wouldn't mind it if it was one of those in-game advertisements that we get advertising Aftermath. But he developed a lot of this animation work that goes along with the UI. Oh, so that's like the beginning of the story. Very interesting. He also worked on Joker animations. So like the animations in the UI of the gear customize menu. That's really interesting. Like all of these different things from the game, they're all being done by different people. There's truly a lot of work that goes on into making, I guess, any of these Mortal Kombat games, but it's interesting to know who is doing it, appreciating the work that goes into it. Because I do love this one where it's like, call 555, get your crazy stick. You want Joker's crazy stick? Danish Sayed has created it for you. Oh, yeah, so very nice. So, yeah, I really love it. Joker's also very personable. I think, like, out of all the characters, he's very, he has a lot of personality. So, yeah, I'm really cool to see it animated. Okay, so here we have some concept fight typography.
Round 1, fight.
Do you see what's on screen? Check it out.
Round 1, fight. Round 1, fight.
Like, it's Scorpion and Sub-Zero,
Round
but they're
one,
in totally
fight.
gray outfits.
Round 1, fight.
Very intriguing. I mean, just like that, they could have added smoke to the game. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you for joining. Feather Guardian, Ed confirmed that his favorite cameo hasn't appeared yet, but is someone that frustrated fans in the 90s, and it might be the sub-boss from 3. I bet it's Motaro. Yes, maybe. Would be really interesting if we get something. If we get something like more cameo fighters before release, I hope they reveal the whole roster. They should do this very, very soon. Okay, so yes, we have that. Let's also check out this tower concept. He's worked on some other stuff here too, like friendship concepts, but I recall that there was not like huge difference from what we actually got in the game. Same goes for this Terminator victory. I guess he worked on Robo and Terminator for their for certain victories. Intriguing, very intriguing. Okay, so here we've got Towers of Time progression concept. I think this is really interesting because the towers look so different. So different. Everything is very different here. So completion rewards without a K. It's also showing us some currencies that you can acquire. Wow, you get so many currencies. They should have done this. Why did we not get all of these currencies? Also, it's the same combat card that we saw from Sprung Studios. So Danish must have been working very closely with Sprung in order to develop these animations. Okay, so perform 5 crushing blows, use a consumable in a fight, complete a tower without using any continues, complete no escape tower. I think like this is why we have some consumables in the game in MK11 that don't really make sense. Like I know that there's a tower consumable that doubles your ladder completion rewards. I feel like it would make more sense if we did have all of these like objectives to complete on doing a tower. Fall of the White Lotus is also a tower that we've never received. And not Race Against Time, but Race Against I'm. Very cool. Also, it's using these icons from Sprung Studios. Very interesting. Very interesting. This is all so cool. Okay, oh wow. Wow. What is this? Wow, look at this. Look at this character select screen. So, I guess we've got Sha. Who's Sha? Sha. There's a lot of Shas. Are these DLCs? Are these combat packs? What are these? So this is Katana, Sonya, Noob, Scarlet, Jade, Cabal. This is looking like the beta character select screen. So there was a playable beta of this game in March of 2019. And this is looking like the character select screen? Whoa. Aaron Black, Liu Kang, Raiden, Collector, Kodal, Kung Lao, Cassie, Baraka, Devora, Johnny, Jax, Cetrion, Tur. Who could be Tur? Can't be Terminator. Tur. Huh. Kano, Frost, Jackie. So Tur. Who would be Tur? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There's too much math. I can't figure it out. 6, 6, 12. 12, 4, 16, 18, 22, 24. Oh, so they would just stick Shao Kahn in any random place? Okay, Shao Kahn at the bottom would make more sense. But, whoa. Whoa. I wish I knew who Tur was. I can't identify. But yeah, that's really cool. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Aquarius really wanted a 30 years MK art book. I think that would have been such a great idea. Really would have also been cool if we got an art book for MK11. Like, there's so much unused art. Even art that was not released in the game via concept arts. Like, there's so much art that we never got that I would love to see in, like, a glossy print book. Do you think Earthrealm and Outworld will be the main story of MK1? So far, there's no Netherrealm, Chaos Realm, or Order Realm. Feather, I can't disagree with you. I think that's very likely that it's going to be just a story about Earthrealm and Outworld. They don't really mention Adinia when they could, so that makes me think Adinia we're not seeing. Sad. Okay, so let's continue looking at this crazy early concept for towers. So they kind of already had the artwork that they wanted to use. Hanzo Scorpion. Hanzo? He's not Hanzo? He's Hanzo Scorpion? Okay, landing a jump will cause a ground pound that hurts the opponent. What? I don't think we've ever received this as a consumable. Earthquake, the ground rumbles and... yeah, we did get that. Whoa! What do you mean ground pound is a consumable? There's so much cut content, unfortunately. But it seems really cool. Alright, so we've got here more customize concepts, arts. So here we've got customize the card parallax. So this is like when you're moving on the menu. Interesting. So they have that. But I guess we should see this. Okay, campaign, fight, customize, learn. This is before they put K's on everything. Oh, wait. Okay, alright, I'm trying to make a big screen. Because this is where we get back to the guild stuff, which is kind of crazy. So this is what the menu would have looked like had they gone with this early concept. Campaign, fight, customize, learn. Oh. So here we go. Story, multiverse, crypt, guild. What? What's a multiverse? How would the multiverse factor into MK11? This is really perplexing. I like the idea though. It just sounds very fancy. I'm not a huge fan of this like curved upper menu. Campaign, fight, customize, learn. I'm glad that they kept it straight. I guess if they wanted it to be curvy, it would look better if it was like more circular. If there was more of an angle to it. But yeah, multiverse? WTF, is that towers? Are they calling Towers of Time multiverse? That's insane. Also, guild. So it seems like for a while in development of the game, they had this idea of incorporating guilds, which is really cool. Also, like, you get a better, like, thing at the bottom here. Like, let's see if, yeah. So at the very bottom left, it says news and events. Well, like, why did MK11 stop having news and events? They really had this sort of baked into the UI, and they just never used it, which is surprising. But this is really cool. Like, I would have loved the idea of a guild in MK11. Okay. So we've got local online live battles. What are live battles and tournament? Did you ever use the tournament mode of the fight screen? Because our fight screen goes local, tournament, online, AI battle. Right? Or is it AI battle online? Something like that. What's a live battle? What is this concept? So this is like maybe like spectator mode? Like you can spectate other matches rather than having to play, which I think is actually like a really good option to have in a game, especially if you are someone who is averse to PvP and you are kind of like, you just want to wet your toes. You don't want to get soaking wet. You just stick a little toe in there. You can start by looking at the PvP before actually playing, which is cool. I like that idea, but unfortunately we never got it, and I'm surprised that AI battle is something that they really tacked on to the game really later on in development, because it seems like something as complex as the idea of AI battle, you would need to bake it in the oven for longer. But clearly, with what we got with MK11, they just didn't care. So, yeah, wow, surprising. Whoa. Okay, and so we're back to the campaign, fight, customize, learn. Wow, cool. Very cool. Okay, wow, concept art is kind of like insane. Concept art in all of this is very insane. Okay, so let's take a look at some more of this concept art. We've got Mortal Kombat loading animation. This is different. It's like a ticking clock. We definitely did not receive that. Although I wish it was more clock-like with 12 points as opposed to 8. Okay, this is really interesting. So this is the UI concept animation of towers. Why does it look so much cooler here? It looks really cool here. There's all sorts of different colors and glows, and it seems more like MKX. The ability where you have like the towers, all of the towers in a row, because that's kind of what you have in MKX. All of the towers are all just on one line. In MK11, the towers are like in different platforms. You have to go up and down, left and right. But it looks nice here. It really does look nice. I wish that we had gotten something like this. Also, it would have prompted the developers to kind of visually distinguish each tower by giving it a different color, a different glow, a different theme, different particle effects, because this one has some like smoky ice, this one has fire, this one has green souls. There was much potential here. There was much potential here, unfortunately. Okay, and then you zoom into the tower platform. This looks really like Art Deco. All sorts of sharp lines, really cool. I love it, actually. I love it. I don't like it. I love it. This is so cool. And the background is like a starry night sky. It's beautiful. I really wish that we had received some of this concept art. Okay, another interesting concept art that we have here. You know what? I'll just put that there. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So this is another way that they were exploring on how to have towers. So here you see Race Against Time, Premier Towers, 2 days remain. That's typical of how Premier Towers work. But this looks so strange. Like, everything is, you're looking at the towers like top-down perspective. They're laying flat. Are these even towers? What the heck is this? Okay, group towers. They don't even look like towers. They look like bolts on a screw with a pointy head. This is very different. This is, I don't like. Group towers, 3 days remains. I mean, some of these tower names, interesting, very interesting. We saw one tower called Fall of the White Lotus. Here we're seeing, Premier Towers from the Underworld. Yeah, that's stupid. I don't like that one. That one's not speaking to me. But, you know, this is all very, like, personal, subjective, and this is all concept art that never made it into the game. Concept animation work. Okay, so what have we here? This is Concept Team Raid, which is really surprising. Okay, I say that's surprising because the team raids weren't introduced into the game until 2020. I think January. They were like something that was not immediately in the game, especially within the first year of the game. It came out in the second calendar year, that is. So it's surprising to see this team raid artwork or concept work. Oops, where did it go? Yes, the concept work being posted before like the end credits. So they had the idea of the team raid and they didn't add it into the game until months later. Was this intentional? Or were they like, they realized that they had cut too many things from the game? It's interesting. Also, we're seeing some battle mechanics that are different with Team Raid. Here it says, stand together, damage buff active. So in Team Raid, there is sort of like a hidden damage buff, but it's not clear. It's not clear. It seems like if you are standing in the same spot, you are getting a damage buff. As well, it's different here. So team raids, instead of having group challenges, they have individual challenges, which would have made a difference in how you play the game. Oh no, Kung Lao defeated. So I think it's better in the finished form that we received. There's audio effect of when someone dies. Although there's a pool of 5 lives, so how is he dead? I guess it's just proof of concept showing how things would work, not necessarily making sense. These account names also, they're very confusing. Q4F09. What kind of hexadecimal witchcraft? This is interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, I think definitely there are some things to reveal here. The Towers of Time were very different in concept. They had all sorts of ideas on how they wanted to do Race Against Time. They had that ugly, they had this one, this very like ugly nuts and bolts kind of design for the towers. Then we have this like beautiful one, which really would have taken them more work to complete. Yeah, that really does look beautiful. But also team raids were different. Or maybe perhaps the mechanics have been like mystified, made secret, because it seems a little bit more clear here in the game. Also, we're missing, the group challenges, which is very strange. Very strange. But yeah, like really cool that there could have been guilds. If there were guilds in this game, I would invite you to join my guild. That would be amazing. My guild would be called the Jaded Bunny Family, of course. But yes, if you are here at this part of the video, you are my brother. You are my sister. Please leave a like. It really helps out with the channel. Also, please consider supporting the channel. If you enjoy the kind of investigative work that we do, digging up all of these cut concepts from MK11, please do consider supporting the channel by joining the Jaded Bunny family. Yes, that's my precious special group of bunnies. You get access to my fancy #1 strategies, my #1 single player secrets. All sorts of secrets will be yours. Also, family only events. I celebrate your birthday with a song. All sorts of things. So yes, please do join. Much love to all of my brothers and sisters, including John Lee, John Clark, Danny Slaw, Energizer, Pro Gamer, J4, Among Us Gamer, Kenneth, GCXBU Gaming, Cara D, Kokomo Joe, AG Miller, Coffee Gamer, Lucy Little Thunder, Boots Alexander, Jonah, Eric, Glowy, Blood Ferox, Choco Corn, Airy, Michael K, Darkside, Trokar, Ghoul, Mark Danny, O Gamer, Michael G, Swishbish, Ill Kid, Snoopy Blind, FGC, Albus Christus Mortis, Yuri Erdem, Calum, JJ, Dr. Eggman, Alina, Acenonics 85, Alan, Siderem, Ragnar, Rian Chaos, and Queen Melina. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Means the world. Alright, wow. So yeah, I think today has been a very interesting day. I learned that NRS relied heavily upon outside help to create many of the things that I have spent months and hours trying to collect, namely that being the variation icons. The variation icons were not created by NetherRealm, was instead created by Sprung Studios, according to Sprung Studios. Also, yeah, the fact that there could have been guilds and greater social connectivity in the game is really a letdown, in my opinion. I think having something like player-run guilds, or even a social menu in-game where you could see online friends and easily send them a challenge to a match. That is missed opportunity, and I hope that is corrected in MK1. I know we saw early stress test build, but clearly that's not the final product. And I'm hoping that, yes, you will be able to see your friends in the game online in a list, at least, if we can't have an MMO overworld where everyone interacts. But, yeah, really cool concept art, animations. I think that there is more to discover too as people leave NetherRealm. Like Danish Sayed left her NetherRealm, and this is clearly part of his portfolio, the body of work that he has designed, I guess, in hopes of trying to get other jobs. But yes, this is really cool. Also, I don't think I'm supposed to see all of this. I had to really snoop to get it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you for being here. Likes. Give me likes, my friends. Feather, imagine the former Raiden actor playing Havoc with his Joker voice. I'm pretty sure the Raiden actor is like not on happy terms with NRS. It seemed like he was upset. Although this is like based off of like an interview I saw with him a while ago. So like I don't know how accurate that is. These MK11 scrapped concepts makes me question more like why the MK3 skins didn't appear. Oh, do you mean like the ninja skins? You know what? That's actually a really a great point. Because with MK Mobile, oh god, what is this ad? I've never gotten an ad on MK Mobile before. But when you take a look at Classic Rain from MK Mobile, it's actually MK3 Rain and not MK2 Rain. So where is this classic MK3 outfit for MK11? Because a lot of MK11 content is going into MK Mobile. So why does MK Mobile get unique content that we never got in MK11? That's like a whole nother a whole nother story. But yes, very cool. Six Legs, hey babes, hey Six Legs, love you, brother. But yes, thank you, my friends, for joining along. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day. But until next time, I am praying for all of you to just be enjoying whatever game it is that you're playing. But please, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye, my friends. Take care. Peace. Love you guys.